Formula 1 2021 is here. Fucking rejoice. It's another yearly Formula 1 game. What do you want from me? It's good. There's parts aren't good. There's parts that have been taken out. There's parts that look like they've got the EA treatment.
And parts that haven't been changed at all,
as
it seems.
And parts haven't been changed at all. That beautiful little voice is Matthew Clements. How you doing this morning, Matt? You good?
I'm good.
You good?
I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go.
You're ready to fight. I'm Darren, your one-stop shop for luscious voice. I'm available for voiceover work. So we're just going to pump through this Formula 1 2021 review. Sit tight. Give us a sub. Give us a like. Give us all the good stuff. Cheers. Yeah, this is the new Formula 1 2021 game. First off, when you start up the game, how fucking weird is the EA splash at the beginning? How weird is that?
Yeah, I still haven't gotten used to it.
I found that so odd. Like, it just felt so out of place. It's one of those things where you hear it and you go, oh, God.
It's like, I've heard that noise before.
Yeah, just have to chuck my wallet outside, like, be free, run, you're free. But, it's a good game. There's bits that I do like, there's bits that I don't like. We're going to go through these different modes. We're going to basically say at the end if you should buy it or not, and then you can choose to listen if you want to. You don't have to, you're a free person. Do whatever the fuck you want. So, let's kind of break down each mode, and let's break down each part, and let's do it. Breaking Point. It's not bad. It's alright. It's a story. It's an F1 story. What do you want? It's basically a glorified scenario mode, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Follows the story of two halves of a whole tit. Aiden Jackson and Casper Ackerman, with their boring family phone calls, which I don't give a shit about. Aiden's boring mum, and Casper's boring wife. And his boring daughter as well. I hate it when the phone goes off and it's like, hey daddy, hang up. Don't care. Don't give a shit. It's alright. Yeah.
But two halves of a whole tit, that means that's two tits.
I suppose it does. Yeah. I suppose it does. Two halves. Yeah, there's some okay. Yeah, okay. They are a collective pair of tits. Better?
Yeah.
Cool. Great. Cool. Yes.
I was good working thinking like two halves.
I'm glad the priorities are in check. I'm here saying about a story, and you're there thinking about tits. I'm glad that your priorities are here. The Breaking Point. It just basically follows two seasons, two sort of chapters. And then it just follows their rivalry, it follows their redemption. First season to play as Aiden, second season to play as Casper. It's pretty good. Yeah. I liked it more than I thought I'd like it.
Yeah, I came out of it like, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't certainly good.
I didn't hate it as much as I thought I would, but there was improvements. It could be better. It could be less dramatic. It could be less linear. It could be just a little bit more dynamic. Yeah. Should we give it a random arbitrary number on the end of each mode just for fun?
Oh, go on then.
Breaking Point 6?
Yeah, 6 sounds about right for me.
Lovely. I'm going to keep that. It also has, which for me is a down point, they've taken away the championship mode.
Yeah, that is a bit of a pisser.
Yeah, so on previous F1 games, you could play different championships you wanted to. So you could do old races on old tracks, you could do multi-class races, sprint races, you could do, I'm trying to think of others, like only road races.
Yeah, street tracks.
Only street tracks.
Wet.
Only wet. Yeah. Other stuff like that. I'm sure I'm missing loads.
Yeah, and the Formula 1, F1 and F2 and classic championships, which
and that's been replaced by just
nothing.
The F1 like standard calendar and the F2 standard calendar. That is not good. To me, that's taken away. I would play that every year, and I was very disappointed to see it go.
That was a bit fishy. Annoyingly for me, they've taken away the classic cars, which I really did enjoy.
Oh, it's so weird. Like, so weird that went. Like, because they've had the way. Because do you remember saying, I said to you, like, either last year or the year before, they had the classic cars, and I said there needed to be a scenario mode to justify the classic cars. As an example, of the top of my head, Jenson Button in his Brawn when he had to win in Brazil.
Yeah.
Perfect. That would have made so much sense. And I thought that was maybe what they were gearing to.
Yeah.
And now they've gone.
Yeah, they're just kaput.
How weird is that? So, championship mode being gone, 0. Just give it a number.
Yeah, 0.
Classic cars being gone.
0.
0, yeah. I love this. This is great. Yeah, so I was very disappointed to see that. Also, with cinema taking stuff out, this is a very minor bugbear. They've taken out the option to change settings in loading menus. So where you'd go between two different, so if you're going between qualifying and race, you could press in 20, you could press start, and you could change
the settings.
You could change the AI level.
The AI and all the other I know what you mean. It is weird. I mean, particularly because since you're Xbox One, I'm on Series X, so like loading times are literally like that. I think they've replaced it with like sort of a weird like menu thing where you can change it, but like and see which.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that they took out those menus away, because you could. I mean, I don't like changing difficulty. I play it on 100% AI, and that's where I leave it. That's where it just stays forever. But I don't like the fact that it was taken away, because you could. The amount of times I accidentally left like. I did last year, where I accidentally changed the qualifying to one shot instead of short, and I luckily realised after one race, and then I changed it in the menu, and now I'd have to go back, and it's a pain in the arse.
It is a pain in the arse. I mean, yeah, you've done that. I think in 2019, I was complaining, saying, "Why am I not getting any safety cars?"
Yeah, I love safety cars. They just add that little bit of dynamic. And what was a good thing in this game is the fact that you can choose to have it off, reduce, normal, or
increased.
Increased. That's the word. I was going to say improved. Increased.
Improved safety car.
Yeah. So I have mine on increased, and it's actually quite good. I am on my team career. I'm on Azerbaijan, so the third race of the season, and the safety cars come out on every single race, and you don't have to be the one to cause it, and it's great. It's like in the first race, Verstappen's car broke down. The safety car came out for that for literally like a lap. In Monaco, someone else crashed, and it came out with virtual, and then it was upgraded to safety car. I love that. I thought that was really, really good. For someone who's always saying the safety car is a load of shit, it's actually great that it is actually working for a fucking change.
Yeah.
Safety car gets an 8 for me. Why not? You know, it's to me, it's good. Like, it does the job. Sometimes it does need a little bit of encouragement, but other than that, it's a hell of an improvement.
Yeah, another improvement I think is the damage model has been a bit improved. So like in normal F1 games, it's normally like front wing and tyres usually gets damaged. Now you can start damaging the floor.
Yeah, you could bounce across a curb and damage the floor, which I have done so many times already. My car is made out of not carbon fibre, cardboard. I really do like that. I think that's a brilliant addition.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and as well, when you say if you to just lightly graze something and you can see little chunks falling out of the wing, if you've got it on nose cam, I think that's brilliant. Like you absolutely cannot argue with that. The damage model as well, it does get a little bit like if you were to clip a tire and it falls off, it clips the tire always goes in on the bodywork every single time. It always clips inside. Always. The bodywork isn't solid. Like, it always goes I don't think transition is the word. The bodywork always goes through the tyre. Yeah. On every single occasion, which I find a little bit weird.
It is a bit.
Because it's tethered on, or it's meant to be tethered on, but it doesn't bounce off it, and I find that really jarring.
Yeah.
But yeah, the damage model is really good. Damage gets a crashing 8. No, 9. Fuck it. 9. Yeah. No. 9.
9.
But yeah, I do like it a lot. There's different aspects on the car maintenance, which I found a little bit strange. Taking out rich mode.
I actually generally didn't mind that as much.
I found it really odd. Because obviously, if we were playing it online and doing like a safety, I had a safety car in it, everyone would put it into lean, and then when the safety car goes in, everyone puts it in party mode.
Yeah.
And I said this just kind of takes that away, which I guess is okay, but I liked having to save fuel to go for the big kahuna.
Yeah, it is a bit weird. I mean, yes, I have noticed when you go into a safety car, you can actually switch the engine down to lean. You can. But after that, you can't.
You just put it back to standard.
Yeah, you can. It goes back to standard automatically. But I think that's to reflect that weird... I think there was a rule change for like Italy last year where they said, right, you can't...
No more party mode, basically.
Yeah, no more party mode. So, which is a bit... So, like, you don't have that risk of running out of fuel unless if you severely...
Underfuel the car.
Underfuel the car. Hello, you.
Hello. No, it's... Yeah, I mean, I see the point. No, don't get me wrong, I do see the point. But I just don't... I didn't like it. But I 100% understand it. I'm in a really weird grey area of... I get it, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's because I liked, say if I was playing, let's say Italy as an example, and I'm on a reverse strategy, so I've started near the back, and I've started on hards, and my plan is to go long and then switch to soft, so I'm fuel saving, and then when it's soft, party mode, and then
you can just pick it.
That's kind of what I would do, and I'd like that, and that eliminates it, but with saying that as well, I see the point, so it makes sense. It swings and roundabouts.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. You just have to go long and try and save as much fuel as you can now.
Yeah, but you don't really need to, really. It's like the if you tried saving your tyres. You don't really need to try and save your tyres. Not really. Not really.
No.
It's like, have you ever tried to conserve your tyres in any F1 race ever? Because I don't think I ever have.
I've never been in a position to do it. I mean, admittedly, I'm the kind of guy who tries to stretch it as far.
Yeah, but if you're doing like an online race and it's 25%, you don't really have to think that hard. You don't really have to bolt hards on. Really, mediums will do the job. They might drop off that little bit quicker.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's. Oh, that was my phone. If anyone heard the vibrations, it's my phone. My apologies. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's not terrible, and that is the phone alarm. My God, we're professional.
That's the 11 o'clock alarm.
It's the 11 o'clock alarm. Yes, so it's not terrible, but yeah, the car maintenance, it makes sense because it reflects real life. It does make sense because I think Lando Norris came out and said that it was reflecting more of an actual driver standpoint. Moving on, online. Have you tried it online yet?
Personally, admittedly, no, I haven't, but...
I have. The lobbies are a bit of a pain in the arse still.
Okay.
Because they try and do the... You know where you have to previously go into a lobby and then invite me to get into that lobby?
Yeah.
You can now try and make parties, but they don't really work. It's still easier to go into a lobby and then invite. I'm sorry to say that the disqualifications and the penalties still suck. They still suck.
That sounds like a really cozy jump to wear.
Yeah, it's like with hearing that, it's like, ooh, we'll have a hot chocolate. You know, it is cold and raining outside. Yeah, still the fire on, love. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, shall I get you your slippers, dear?
It's like, oh, yeah, go on then. That is what it feels like because it's like everyone knows that's played it. You get punted online and you get a penalty and it's bullshit and it's hilarious, but it's bullshit.
Yeah, I've also heard this. It's still the server quality is still crap. Like you get disconnections, you still get the
loading screen of death.
The loading screen of death where you're waiting for one cunt to load in, or
where you'll just forever just be like, it is pretty much exactly the same. I'm not gonna lie to you. There are really no improvements onto online.
And as I said, they've put all their things in for Breaking Point rather than...
Basically, yeah. They've done an EA and chucked everything behind the new Breaking Point and then just left everything to how it is. Online is still basically exactly the same. The grief thing is still exactly the same as well. You'll still get punted, and they still don't have any decent sort of blocking system. They don't have any decent... Like, you know the Forza Horizon system where it ghosts people who are going abnormally fast? Still doesn't really have that, which...
No.
Whatevs. But, you know, let's give it a cracking 5.
5, yeah.
I suppose that finishes up on career mode.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's other stuff that I think we'll mention.
Oh yeah, there is other stuff I'm missing.
Like, curves are, like, fucking lethal. Man.
Awful curves.
Lethal. Like, normally I would say for, like, particularly with previous games, yeah, you do take a lot more curve. But now it's like a death sentence.
It's either you either bounce across them or you spin on them. Like, literally, it's like every single curve is laced with, like, water, and it's awful.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, because, I mean, yeah, certain curves, yeah, you can take a little bit, taken quite grim, and then certain curves, yeah, you got to try and avoid it because you'll be going bouncing. Like Monza in particular, because I remember the first couple of curves in real life, the curves were like 6 feet high, but
Azerbaijan's a bad one for it as well. Just before the castle section, actually, and after the castle section, it's like they're really, really lethal. It's either you bounce across them or you spin on them, and I suppose that's to do with the new surface model. And the fact that you can spin your car so easily. And for anyone that's got used to playing 20, it's quite jarring.
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot more. Yeah, you have to control the throttle a hell of a lot.
Yeah, you have to really feather it so much more than you perhaps want to.
But then it does make a bit more sense because, like, the 21 cars in particular, haven't got a lot of rear downforce. Back in the day, so you can't just pin the floor and go. Yeah. You've got to be a bit.
It does make sense. It does align with real world, so everything does make sense. But it's still jarring, still difficult. But it's good. I'll take it. It's fine. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's give that. I don't even
7.
7. Yeah. So track surface and curbs and all that. Track. We'll call that track environments. Fuck it.
I mean, yeah,
track bits.
Yeah, it does look very nice graphically.
Oh, graphically it's beautiful.
Yeah, graphically, even on Series X.
Yeah, graphically it's beautiful.
Yeah, Darren's Hypocrite Fund is still open to...
Yes. Yeah, I'm still willing to take donations for anyone who wants to buy me a Series X.
Ben Skinner.
Yeah, please. Pretty please. It's graphically wonderful. Let's give it out of 9.
Yeah, we'll give it out of 9, yeah.
Career, like I said. Career mode is the same as it's always been.
Yeah, it's just a different UI, really.
Yeah, my team mode is okay. It's the same as it is before.
I mean, admittedly, I haven't touched career mode as yet because we're still waiting on the 3 remaining tracks to make the calendar.
What ones are they?
Imola, Portimao, and the new one in Saudi Arabia, Jeddah.
Yeah, that's going to be a dreadful track.
Yeah, I've seen it. It looks like just follow leader, follow
leader.
It looks
awful, yeah, it looks awful. Yeah, there does need to... career's career. It's exactly the same. Just copy and paste from what we said last year.
But, as I say, you've played a little bit more career than I've...
Yeah.
Yeah, have they actually tried to reflect the budget cap thing?
Not really. I haven't noticed it. I haven't really noticed it. No, is the answer to that. No. It's okay. Its career is exactly the same as career as was before, so there's nothing really new to say. Let's give it a 6. Fuck it. And there's nothing really else kind of to... F1's F1. It's the same as it all. It's very, very cut and paste.
Yeah. I think, as I said, I have enjoyed it. From what I've played of F1 2021, I have enjoyed it quite a lot. But it feels like... do you remember F1 2015?
Vaguely.
Yeah, like that was like the first game on the what was probably now the previous generation, and that had quite a lot taken out of it.
Yeah,
and everyone was like, and then I feel like I'm in that same position again, where they've sort of taken a lot of stuff out and
not put a lot of stuff in.
Yeah, they sort of haven't. Yeah, so it feels a bit like that. Hopefully they can sort their shit out, but it's just a bit.
There's definitely things that needed improvement that haven't, like the fucking interviews. Like, oh my god, they're so tedious.
Yeah, the interviews are cringe.
They're so tedious. They're so boring. Like, oh. But yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe this is a part of being the first one in the EA era, so maybe that's got something to do with it, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, I do hope for future games they do try and add stuff like Formula 4 or even like the W Series.
That'd be cool. If it's supporting, then why not?
Yeah, I mean, I remember. I think it was Alex Scott, the pundit, football pundit,
who's on FIFA 22 now.
Yeah, she's on FIFA 22. That's still fairly right on and pretty cool.
Yeah, so, absolutely. It's on brand as well, so why not?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, really. That's kind of F1 in its nutshell. What does bug me is the fact that the career mode, you can't swap and change the tracks around. You can't change the order. Because it's now done and it's weird. It was done in the 2021 season when no one knew what the fuck was happening. And now China is set as the last race if you're going to have the full 20 races. I want to be able to swap them around. And I want to be able to swap the layouts. I want to do Bahrain Outer Oval. I want to do it. I think it'll be cool. I don't want to do the whole Bahrain track. I don't like Bahrain, but the track layout bores the shit out of me.
Yeah. I mean, Outer Loop should be pretty... Yeah,
it should be standard. It should be cool. Like, I want to be able to do that. Why not?
Yeah, Outer Loop. Because I think they're saying they're possibly going to go to Qatar to try and replace Australia. I think.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was like Bahrain or Qatar to try and replace Australia, and I think Singapore and Japan were like possibly getting cancelled.
Really?
Yeah. These are all rumours, by the way, so don't.
Yeah, we've slipped onto... We're now finished talking about the game. Now we're just going to slip into F1 news. I didn't know that. That's mental.
It's rumours. And another thing I think I found out, apparently the incident that everyone's talking about in Formula 1, it cost Red Bull about $1.8 million.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Horner came out and said that.
Jesus. That's crazy. But that does not show. It was 51G as crash, so
yeah, it was a big crash.
Yeah, but anyway, we could talk about that for fucking forever.
Yeah, we can.
Willen is here. That's your F1 2021 review. Should you buy it? Maybe.
If you're a fan of the sport like us, I would say yes.
Yeah,
100%. If you just want a racing game, there are better ones out there.
20's still there. 20 still exists.
20's still there, and it's still good.
Yeah, it hasn't gone anywhere. So, should you buy it? Maybe. It's the best we can give you. Don't forget to give us all the good stuff. Give us a like, share, subscribe. Show us all to your friends. Show us all to the people that you like.
And even the people you don't like.
And the people you don't like as well. Just be like, get a load of these dickheads. No. Ironically, give them a subscribe. We've been Darren and Matt, and we'll see you in the next recording. Toodles. Bye. Well, don't be surprised to see that edited out.